Haha! Nice to see you here. Where we are about to attack and free the Lord. Well, not attack the Lord, but free the Lord. Sleeping quarters has been there. We've been to dining hall. This is where we came from. Right. Let's see what we have here. Silver pitcher. I mean, it's still 30. Oh. What are you yelling at? Door to Count's quarters. Let's go. Let's see if Count is alive. I'm thinking he's gonna be dead. Yeah. I'm thinking well. Also, new episode. Ooh. Is this like map of Quatch? Yeah, this is the main gate, this is the church, this is the castle. Cool. Chest. Nothing useful. Ormilius Goldwine. I found the body of Count Goldwine. I should deliver his signet ring to Savlian Matthias. I mean, I'll take everything. Chest! Nope. Nope. Okay, well, it sucks. I did expect it that he's gonna be dead, but it still sucks. Okay. Time to go back. Right. Why not read something? I think we read this one. The Ilac Bay, yeah, we read this one. Fundaments of Alchemy, we read this one. Galerian the Mystic. Second year born named Trectus, a serf of the estate of noble. I'm not sure if I read this. I'm gonna read it. During the early bloody years of the Second Era, Vanus Galerian was born under the name Trectus, a serf on the estate of a minor nobleman, Lord Girnes of Solich-on-Ker. Trectus's father and mother were common laborers, but his father had secretly, against the law of Lord Girnes, taught himself that and then Trectus to read. Oh yeah, I've read this one. Lord Girnes had been advised that literate serfs were an abomination of nature and dangerous to themselves and their lords, and had closed all bookstalls within Solich-on-Ker. All booksellers, poets, and teachers were forbidden, except within Girnes's keep. Nevertheless, a small-scale smuggling operation kept a number of books and scrolls in circulation right under Girnes's shadow. When Trectus was 8, the smugglers were found and imprisoned. Some said that Trectus's mother, an ignorant and religious woman fearful of her husband, was the betrayer of the smugglers, and there were other rumors as well. The trial of the smugglers was non-existent and the punishment swift. The body of Trectus's father was kept hanging for weeks during the hottest summer Solich-on-Ker had seen in centuries. 3 months later, Trectus ran away from Lady Girnes's estate. He made it as far as Alinor, halfway across Somerset Isle. A band of troubadours found him nearly dead, curled up in a ditch by side of the road. They nursed him to health and employed him as an errand boy in return for food and shelter. One of the troubadours, a soothsayer Heliant, began testing Trectus's mind and found the boy, although shy, to be preternaturally intelligent and sophisticated given his circumstances. Heliand recognized in the boy a commonality, for Heliand had been training on the Isle of Atrium as a mystic. When the troupe was performing in the village of Otansa, on the far east end of Somerset, Heliand took Trectus, then a boy of 11, to the Isle of Arteum. The magister of the isle, Lachesis, recognized potential in Trectus and took him on as pupil, giving him name of Vanus Galerion. Vanus trained his mind on the Isle of Arteum, as well as his body. Thus was the first Archmagister of the Mages Guild trained. From the Sigics of the Isle of Artaeum, he received his training. From his childhood of wanting and injustice, he received his philosophy of sharing knowledge. Yeah, I've read that one. Frontier Conquest. Social history of Cyrodiil. Historians often portray the human settlement of Tamriel as a straightforward process of military expansion of the north of Skyrim. Okay, we read this one, Nidic people, yeah. The real Barenzaya. Manual of Spellcraft. Most powerful, well, beginners. Standing in Fire. Mysterious Akavir we read. On Morrowind. After, yeah, we read that one as well. Guide to Imperial City, I'm pretty sure we read. Guide to Skingrad. I think I read that one. The real Barenzaya. Okay, that's the big one. Okay, let's get out of here. Dance in Fire Volume 4. Okay, we're now back in the hall. Where he's gonna learn that Lord is dead. Count.
Where is the Count? Why is he not with you?
I think you can imagine why. I'm sorry, he didn't make it.
We were too late?
Yes.
If only we'd gotten here sooner.
Yes.
This is indeed a dark day for all of us left. But I thank you for risking your own life to help us. Did you find the Count's ring by any chance?
Yes, here it
At
is.
least this is safe. Thank you. I shall make sure it is protected for the time when a new Count is crowned. Here, take this. I have no use for it. I'm tired of fighting. It may serve you well in days to come.
Bro gave me his armor. Okay.
Bye.
Just like that.
Rebuilt from ruins once before, and she'll do it again. You have my thanks.
Okay, I mean, sure, I guess. He just gave me his armor. I mean, it works, I guess. Okay. So, town is saved, as well as saved, if you can call this saved. But it doesn't seem like there's any more. What's the easy way out now? Through the church. Okay. Through the church. Yeah. Killed you. Chapel. Gotta give prayer to the Imperial guards that helped me out. Okay. Should I go with Yeah, I think I should get Martin to safety. Just so something random doesn't happen and he just dies or something. 8 of Oblivion. Well, prior Malborel's horse, sure, but it's right now my horse. Okay, let's get down. Let's sell some things and... Kidding me? Okay. Bro! Come on now. Okay, yeah, let's get Martin back to Waynon Prairie. It's gonna be a long walk. I think we'll go cross country. I don't think I can be bothered going through the... Oh, well, on the roads. We'll go cross country. But the town is cleared, so that's something. Okay.
I didn't notice anymore.
I've looked everywhere.
You closed the gate. That's the first good news in a long time.
Yeah, no problem. Let me first repair.
Almost anything.
911. That's a lot.
Only quality goods for sale.
496 out of 500. Okay, good thing I came here. Yeah. No, you know what? I'm gonna sell to somebody with more money.
Satisfied customer.
Well, let me sell some
Armor,
things.
weapons,
Haggle.
I have it all. How may I
Do
help
it like this. Like bones. Yeah, I don't zero, but yeah. Come on. Why not sell them? Selling items of 50% of the value. Anything that's under like Legion boots.
You're trying to drive
Nope.
me out of business.
You know
Thank
what?
you for your business.
You don't have to be happy.
Take
I'm
care.
just lucky to be alive. I'm sorry. I don't think I'm going to be much help.
Probably not. Oh no.
Bye.
Oh wait,
I'm
wait.
sorry.
I didn't.
I don't think I'm going to be much help.
You're one of the new ones.
The destruction was worse than I had feared. So many dead. It was almost better not knowing. Then at least I had hope. Goodbye.
You are the vendor.
Thanks. Kvatch is safer for all of us now you've closed the gate.
Yeah.
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
How about you sell? I can sell items to you at 50% value.
No deal.
Really? 47.
You don't expect me to make that deal, do you?
Oh my god. Okay. 47
A good
works.
price? That seems a fair.
Yeah, I just want to sell everything. Well, almost everything. Scamp skins,
That's
sure.
a good deal. That's a fair.
Sell the bottles.
That's a fair deal.
Good. Okay, 441.
Come back and see me again.
Okay.
Goodbye.
What time is it? It's 7 p.m. Let's wait. Well, almost 8 p.m. Let's wait for 11 hours and then we'll head out in the morning, Martin. Hope you're fine with that. Okay, Martin.
Unless you need something, let's continue on to Waynon Priory.
Yes, Ned Stark. Follow me.
To Waynon Priory, then.
Yes. Let's check. Oh my god, it's gonna be a long run. Quests. Find the air. Yeah.
Every alive.
Well,
Still in Kvatch? In a basement?
let's head out.
It's possible. Or maybe she got out and she's looking for you too.
Can you come down? I mean, you should be able to. If I can, he should be able to. Maybe not. Come on. Freaking force controls suck. And he went on the road, didn't he?
I'm just tired. I can't face it. I have to stop.
Well, I lost Martin. Oh, there he is. Okay, let's go this way. Come on, bro. We will go cross country though. Is there like in GTA look back button? Not really. I guess we'll just have to go like this. Nah. We cannot. Wait for him. Okay, he's here. Is that a rock or a wolf? It's a rock. I thought that was like a wolf. Apparently, I've been through here. A dead bear. You good, Martin? Yeah, he's good. 1800 steps. I can do a little bit of this, then I'll wait for him on this ridge. But he doesn't have a horse with him. Whoa. Nope. Why don't I have a weapon? I do. Don't you attack Martin, bro. He's under my protection. Well, it seemed like I was under his, but yeah, he's under my protection, bro. You see, we already bent 100 paces. Let's see how many encounters we're gonna find. We found one troll so far. I'm not I'm not looting all of those flowers. Not right now. What's this ruin? Is it something I already found? Yeah, it's Miscreant. We've been to Miscreant already. Horse. That's the fort over there. Oh, a lake. Nice little lake. Nernut. Nernut. I don't know why I reacted like that, but Nernut. Is Martin swimming? He's swimming. Yeah, of course he went for a swim. Come on, bro. I just went for some Nernut. Okay. He's out of the water. Just scanning the horizons. I didn't see it, I heard it. Oh my god, not the horse. That's even worse than going for Martin. Going for my horse is worse than going for Martin, bro. Well, again, not my horse, but horse that I'm riding. Okay. Imagine back in the day, like nature like this, some ruins somewhere, a bear suddenly, well obviously not troll but a bear. I need to hit it because it will go for my freaking horse. Freaking bear. Can I heal up fallen horse? No. Oh, another bear. Well, for this one... Screw you, bear! I missed.
Fight fire with fire!
Fight bear with bear! Okay. Yeah, I wanted to say, obviously there's still nature like this out there, obviously, but everything is built up. There's like... I mean, there's still places in this world that are untouched by humans. Unspoiled, so to say. Yeah, let's wait for him here. But yeah, not as many, obviously, as before. This place... Like imagine, you're strolling through here looking, oh my god, look, I want to build a house up there. And you can build a house. Right now you need all kinds of documents, plans, permits. Everything. I mean, in reality you would want to have electricity and plumbing. Let's be sure. Internet. Oh yes. Could I live off grid? I mean, if you had to, obviously, you could, but as long as I had running water and internet, well, electricity, I think I'd be good. Living anywhere. Whoa! Why am I not doing any damage? Okay, I was attacking the bear. It healed up. Of course it did. Can't run away from this. Why are you standing there, bro? Are you seriously stuck? Kind of freaking rock. Bro. Come on. It's dark. You're better than that. Your pathfinding is better. Is it not? Okay, let's keep moving. 1000 paces. Soon under 1000. I really want to explore that ruin. But no. I have to keep moving. Martin, I'll wait for you on this ridge. Fighting a troll. As I do. As I do. Yeah, he's coming, that's good. Freaking trolls. Oh, no, stop. Stop, troll. Okay. Martin is here. Yes, he is. Keep moving. Shrine of Sanguine. Okay. Come on, you can do it. Oh, so high. Okay. There's the shrine. There's Martin. I'll go to the shrine just to find it and mark it on my map. Since we are here anyway. Let's see what people have to say.
I joined for the parties and stayed for the parties. Why would I go back to work?
Yeah, I agree.
That life is for suckers and fools.
I agree. You? Okay, let's first ask
It
you.
all feels good. It's all fun. Why not?
Have you come to revel in the glory that is the shrine of Sanguine?
Rumors?
Anvil is all in an uproar. First the chapel attacked, now the prophet, ranting about the end of the world.
Shrine of the Sanguine.
A place of celebration for us. We dance, we make love. Would you speak with Sanguine?
Sure. I will speak.
Approach then, and bring Sanguine a gift. Some Cyrodiilic
Ah,
brandy is an
I'll be
appropriate
back.
gift for your host.
Unless you got
How
some
many
to
goods for
sell.
sale here? What can I interest you in?
He's got nothing. Well... 50. How about I sell you some?
That's just not reasonable.
Oh, he's only got
Thank
5
you
gold.
for your business. Do not test his patience.
Never mind. Yeah, okay, I need the proper offering. Okay, let's keep on moving. Less than 800 is that a wolf or a bear? That's a bear. Let's try and avoid that bear. Okay, Martin is following me. That's good. Let's go this way. Look at the nature. Oh, it was a boar. Oh. Ha 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 ha. Gotcha. Ah, that's mushroom. I thought that was a bone. Okay. Let's get on horse again. And 630 steps. I keep calling it steps, paces. 1 point, I'm pretty sure I said meters. Oh, this is the empty house. Yeah. Nobody living here. Don't worry, I already checked. No reason to stop. Let's wait for Martin. There he is. Oops, sorry Martin. I got a bit ahead of myself. Okay, come on. We can reach Vaynon Prairie. We are close. Hackdirt. Haven't been to Hackdirt before. There is a horse there.
Unless you need something, let's continue on to Waynon Priory.
I need you to stop here
I've
for a
put
moment.
myself in your hands. Don't fail me.
Don't you worry. Stay here for a moment. I just wanna check this place. I see a horse. Is it gonna be like bandits? Or just a normal village? That's a bit... Oh,
We
it's a...
don't like strangers meddling.
Okay, it's an actual village. Never mind then. I'm just gonna ignore it and I'll return here later. The important thing is that I found it and marked it on the map. Let's go back to Martin and the horse. Um... When I entered into the building, did he get teleported with me and then just stayed when I left the building? Because if not... No, he should have remained... Oh, he's here, thank God.
Unless you
Because
need
he
something,
left
let's
in camp
continue on
when
to
I
Waynon
entered the
Priory.
city and stuff. Follow me.
Waynon Priory then.
Oh, I did get scared for a moment. Okay. To the prairie we go. Okay, he's following me. I just wanna run by this fort. I'm not gonna enter. Okay, didn't trigger the encounter. Up the steep hill we go, Martin. Oh, what? Spriggan. Okay, he's unconscious, he's not dead. Thank God. I would assume, yeah, he's got a protection. That Spriggan came out of nowhere, bro. I did not even see it. Thank God Martin is an essential character. Imagine if he died and the game was like, no, screw you. That's what you get for not taking care of him. Well, that's what you get for not fast traveling. Even better. Okay, come on, 230 steps, paces, whatever. Pretty much the same thing, isn't it? Come on. There he is. Nearly there. Nearly bloody there. Bro, what's happening to you? You're scaring me. Come on, we are close by. let's go around. And try to avoid overly steep hills. Cyrodiil farm, okay. A road is here. We can see the prairie. Come on, bro. Holy smokes. Okay. Holy smokes. Him getting, well, put unconscious, knocked unconscious even. That was not nice.
Help!
Yes,
You
I can
must
see
help.
it.
They're killing everyone at Waynon Priory.
I can see it, bro. Hold on, tell me what happened, yeah, while this
I
guy
don't
is
know.
chasing you.
I think they're right behind me. Prior Maberel is dead.
I got his horse, so it's my horse now.
I was in the sheepfold when they attacked. I heard the prior talking to someone. Looked around the corner to see who it was. They looked like travelers, ordinary. Suddenly weapons appeared in their hands, and they cut the prior down before he could move. They saw me watching, and I ran.
Where is Joffrey?
I don't know. In the chapel, praying, I think. You must help us.
Yeah.
Such violence!
Okay, one agent is down.
The time of cleansing is almost here.
Bro, shut up.
I do not.
I'm taking everything. Screw you. Stay naked. I don't care. Wait, what is her weapon? Ah. Why did the quest disappear? I'm taking just gold. I'm not taking your clothes. I do have your horse, my horse now, after all.
God's blood! That came out of nowhere! Have you seen Grandmaster Joffrey?
No. I don't know where... Eleanor said he was in the chapel.
Quick. He may need our help.
I better move it weapon out. He's gonna be under attack.
Your timing is excellent.
You
I'll take the one on the right.
Leader.
The training of thousands has passed through me.
Okay, leader is dead.
Watch out, there may be more
Not on this day.
The time of cleansing is...
I'm listening.
No, no, don't...
You're back.
I
Thank
didn't want you to
Count.
sit.
They attacked without warning. I was praying in the chapel when I heard Prior Maberel shout. I had just time to arm myself. The Amulet of Kings. I fear that was the target of this attack. I kept it in a secret room in Waynon House. We need to go see if it is safe.
Yeah. I'll go check on the
Go
amulet.
together, but I fear the worst.
Why did I see it? I did not want to see it. I wanted to check on the leader.
Good to see you.
Oh, let's go check on the amulet. At least Martin... microphone again. Martin should be safe here at least, if nothing else. Well, he's going with his weapon
enemy
wrong.
came here for the Amulet of Kings.
Yeah, you said that already. Yeah, I would say it's gone. The enemy has stolen the Amulet of Kings from its hiding place in Waynon Prairie. I should let Joffrey know at once. 10 commandments, 9 divines. By intercession of Saint Alessia, you may be filled with grace and the strength and wisdom that comes from grace. That through these teachings you may come to the true meaning of the 9 divines and their glories. To convey to man's mind all the manifold subtleties of truth and virtue may not be done. Were all the seas ink and all the skies the parchment upon which their wisdom were writ. Yet Akatosh in his wisdom, knowing how impatient is man and how loath he is to travel upon the hard road of truth, has allowed these 10 simple commands to be made manifest with powerful clarity and concise definition. Stendarr says, be kind and generous to the people of Tamriel, protect the weak, heal the sick and give to the needy. Arcade says, honor the earth, its creatures and the spirits, living and dead. Guard and tend the bounties of the mortal world, and do not profane the spirits of the dead. Mara says, live soberly and peacefully. Honor your parents and preserve the peace and security of home and family. Zenitar says, work hard and you will be rewarded. Spend wisely and you will be comfortable. Never steal or you will be punished. Talos says, be strong for war, be bold against enemies and evil, and defend the people of Tamriel. Kinneret says, use nature's gift wisely, respect her power and fear her fury. Dibella says, open your heart to the noble secrets of art and love, treasure the gifts of friendship, seek your joy and inspiration in the mysteries of love. Julianos says, know the truth, observe the law, when in doubt seek wisdom from the wise. Akatosh says, serve and obey your emperor, study the covenants, worship the Nine and your duty, and heed the commands of the saints and priests. The Nine say, above all else, be good to one another. If only each man might look into the mirror of these commands and see reflection there to bliss that might enfold them. Were he to serve in strict obedience to these commands, he would be cast down and made contrite and humble. The obedient man may come to the altars of the Nine and be blessed, and may receive the comfort and healing of the Nine, and may give thanks to his manifold blessings. Heedless, the wicked man turns away, and forsaking the simple wisdom granted to him by the all-wise and all-knowing Nine, he lives in sin and ignorance all the days of his life. He bears the awful burden of his crimes, and before men and God his wickedness is known, and neither blessing nor comfort may he expect from the altars and shrines of the Nine. Yet the wicked and foolish are not doomed, for in their infinite mercies the Nine have said, repent and do good works, and the fountains of grace shall once more spill forth upon you. Repent your crimes, tender unto the Emperor the fines of gold, that they may be used to spread the faith and its benefits to all men. Do yourself good works, redeem your infamy by shining deeds, show to all men and the Nine the good fame of the righteous man, and you may once again approach the altars and shrines of the chapel to receive the comforts and blessings of the Nine. Okay. Yeah, we are not reading anymore.
Yes? The amulet, is it safe?
Sure, safe in somebody else's hands.
I should have known they could find it. Little can remain hid from a Daedra lord. I underestimated the enemy. It will not happen again. What of your mission to Kvatch?
Oh, he's behind me. I found Martin, he's safe.
So it has not all gone against us. Thank Talos for that. We gained Uriel's heir and lost the Amulet of Kings. Martin cannot stay here.
Oh,
We have driven
really?
them off, but they will be back once they learn of Martin's survival. Which they will.
Where will he be safe?
Nowhere is truly safe against the power arrayed against us. But we must play for time, at least. Cloud Ruler Temple, I think. The hidden fortress of the Blades in the mountains near Bruma.
Oh, I wanted to
Few
go
men
to
can hold
Bruma
it
anyway.
Against an army. We should leave at once.
I have to go again. Amulet of Kings.
With the amulet taken by the enemy, we must get Martin to safety at Cloud Ruler Temple.
Okay, and
Cloud
temple.
Ruler Temple was built long ago by the founders of the Blades, back in the days of Raymond Cyrodiil. It is high in the mountains near Bruma. Our ancient fortress, sanctuary, refuge of last resort. Martin will be as safe there as anywhere. We should get moving. I won't rest easy until Martin is safe at Cloud Ruler Temple.
Let's continue on to Cloud Ruler Temple. I haven't had a good night's sleep since Kvatch was attacked.
Follow me,
Sooner
I
we
guess.
reach Cloud Ruler Temple, the
Again.
better. Lead on.
Are you following
As
as
a
well?
blade, my place is at Martin's side.
Yeah.
should
Okay.
get moving.
Are you gonna come with
Poor
us?
Prior Mayberl. He was dead when I came outside. Who could have done this?
I mean, you know who.
You too.
I'll take this. I won't take anything else. Let's go, I guess. Are both of you following me? Please tell me you will get on the horse. Well, horses. Okay, let me just go and get... I'm gonna assume those bodies will remain here until the end of the game. Probably. Yes, they are going for the horses. Yes. Okay, I mean Bruma is not that far. It seems closer than Quatra. About the same. Okay, come on, Joffrey, get on the horse. Bro, Joffrey. Oh, come on, Joffrey. Oh my god. Do we really have Martin get on a horse only for Joffrey to not do it? And I got stuck behind a freaking tree stump. Come on, get in here, Joffrey. Get on that horse. Nope. Well, that kinda sucks. I mean, if he wants to run behind us, you can run, although Martin is getting stuck again. Another trip. We'll use the road this time. I'm gonna assume both of them are essential. So they cannot die. Come on, freaking horse movement. Oh. A little bit annoyed.
Citizen, how can I be of service?
Shut up. Really? You literally went by here like a minute ago. And there's already a freaking Minotaur.
A little closer.
That's a bit bigger than freaking I'm encumbered, really. I should have gone to the village and sold things. Wait, what's... Damn, that's expensive. 7 weight, only 50. 3 weight, 0? Screw that. No, this is my horse. This is just perfect, I guess. Yeah, the only road we have to follow. I'll follow it completely. Yeah. I was thinking maybe here we should just go across, but no. We'll follow the road. Now we need to wait for Joffrey. I mean, he's quite fast. Oh, you killed a bandit. That's a nice Minotaur. Oh my god, how many of these things are here? Are there? And it moved. And I missed. Bro! He got knocked. Okay. I need this. I'd rather fight trolls than those guys. And if we keep meeting many more of those, I'm just gonna go off-road. cross country, as it were. Oh. Snow. Oh my god. It's absolutely insane. Please come to me. I'm not even gonna loot you. That's how little I care about that roll. Although it's a nice scenic route. Mountains, waterfalls, rivers. Yeah, it's quite nice. It only had less enemies on it. Where are the Imperial Guard? They are slacking. Oh, I see. Okay, I thought they got stuck again. Oh, he was tapping the horse. So nice. Okay, they're here. They're moving. Keep on keeping on. No, we are way too far. We got a long way ahead of us. Through nature though, so that's nice if nothing else. Okay, let's keep on. Let's keep running, let's keep running. Oh! Horse, don't move that way. I'll wait for them here because they will go... No, they are following the road actually. I really wish Joffrey was on a horse as well. Ruma, that way. Glade Mist Cave. Horse? It's a guard. Hello? Sir, just waiting for my friends. Here they are. Goodbye, sir. Let me guess, another Minotaur here. Doesn't seem like it. Yet. Okay. Let's get up here and I'll wait for them up here. I mean, we went we are now already past halfway. Okay, I wanted to go back, but he's here, and Joffrey. Joffrey is right behind him. It's good. You can see that tower that we've seen from Imperial City. Ooh! Actually, this would be an amazing view if it had no fog. Well, if there was no fog. Oh. Around and around we go. Another guardsman, that's good. It's getting dark. He's going cross country and Joffrey is right behind him. Good, look at the view. Oh my freaking god, how beautiful. And we are entering the snow biome, I guess. Yep. I want to take another look at that tower. There's another tower thing there, but that one. Look at the sky. It's been years since I've seen sky like this. Well, not exactly like this, but you know what I mean. With so many stars and all of that. They are stuck somewhere. Martin. Guys.
Hail, good citizen.
Is it too late for you? I think it's too late for them. Well, in that case, let's wait for 10 hours. Early morning. And watch me get attacked. I hope I'm joking, by the way. Yeah, okay, I was joking. Good. For a moment I really did think we would get attacked. And I don't know where Joffrey is, and my horse is being annoying again. Well, Joffrey, wherever you are, I'm sure you're gonna show up. I'm sure Joffrey's gonna show up. I'm gonna tell Martin to wait here for a moment. Martin, can we talk?
Let's continue on to Cloud Ruler Temple. I haven't had a good night's sleep since Kavach was attacked.
Yeah, wait here.
I was looking forward to reaching Cloud Ruler Temple. Don't be long.
Yeah. Let me just see if Joffrey is around here somewhere. Or if he like fell down or something. I kinda doubt he went on ahead of without us. Oh, he's definitely not anywhere around here. Thought maybe he was stuck. Well, we'll just go without him and hope he appears. I may wait. Let's wait 1 hour and see if he appears to us, or if not, we're just gonna continue.
Let's continue on to Cloud
Some
Ruler
green
Temple.
magic down there.
I haven't had a good night's sleep since Kavach was attacked.
Follow me.
The sooner we reach Cloud Ruler Temple, the better. Lead on.
Yeah. Let's wait. Just enemies nearby, really? Is it the green thing? No, the green thing is the Aelid Well.
What is it, citizen?
Okay, let's just... Wait, did Joffrey get attacked? Let's wait. Well, Joffrey is not with us, so... That's Martin's marker. And the other one is the temple, so let's keep on moving. He disappeared when we went, well, when we waited the night. A wolf. Hopefully we go around it. Oh, I'm way off the road. Way off the road. Come with me, bro. Yeah, okay. Should have kept going this way. Well, we avoided a bear fight. Yeah, anyway, let's hope Joffrey shows up. This is the road. Okay, it's a bit nicer day today, and you can already see it's nicer. Did he get stuck again or attacked? Oh. He got stuck, I'd say. Okay, come on, Martin. Stairs. This reminded me of Skyrim, I don't know why. Come, Martin. Chop, chop. Can do this. So look at him just standing there. Oh, he's moving now. Here he comes. Okay. Yeah, we are going right way. Also need to fence items in Bruma, so that will be good. We can do some stealing sessions there. Thieving sessions even. We don't steal. Okay. Really nice view from up here. I can see him through the tree. Why is he walking? Oh, there he is. There's Joffrey. I think he may have got stuck in combat with something. Martin, you're annoying me, bro. Okay, so Joffrey found us. That's good. Poor dude's been running for days. Okay. Bruma, that way. And we are gonna go there, but we are gonna go in the next episode. I'm now gonna read the book that I've been neglecting this whole time. It's got many pages, so if you wanna stay for that, stay. If not, I hope to see you in the next episode. Right. Let's read this freaking book. That's the biography. The Real Baron Zaya, Volume 1. 500 years ago. Okay, hold on. Before I start reading, let me drink some water. Okay. 500 years ago in Mournhold, City of Gems, there lived a blind widow and her only child, a tall, strapping young man. He was a miner, as was his father before him, a common laborer in the mines of the Lord Mournhold, for his ability in magicka was small. The work was honorable but paid poorly. His mother made and sold comberry cakes at the city market to help eke out their living. They did well enough, she said. They had enough to fill their bellies, no one could wear more than one suit of clothing at a time, and the roof leaked only when it rained. But Symmachus would have liked more. He hoped for a lucky strike at the mines, which would garner him a large bonus. In his free hours, he enjoyed hoisting a mug of ale in the tavern with his friends and gambling with them at cards. He also drew the eyes and sights of more than one pretty elven lass, although none held his interest for long. He was a typical young dark elf of peasant descent, remarkable only for his size. It was rumored that he had a bit of Nordic blood in him. In Symmachus's 30th year, there was great rejoicing in Mournhold. A girl child had been born by to a lord and lady. A queen, the people sang. A queen is born to us. For among the people of Mournhold, the birth of an heiress is a sure sign of future peace and prosperity. When the time came round for the royal child's rite of naming, the mines were closed, and Symmachus dashed home to bathe and dress in his best. I'll rush straight home and tell you all about it, he promised his mother, who would not be able to attend. She had been ailing, and besides, there would be a great crush of people, as all Mournhold turned out to be part of the blessed event. And being blind, she would be unable to see anything anyway. My son, she said, afore you go, fetch me a priest or a healer, else I may pass from the mortal plane ere you return. Symmachus crossed to her pallet at once and noted anxiously that her forehead was very hot and her breath shallow. He pried loose a slat of the wooden floor under which their small hoard of saving was kept. There wasn't nearly enough to pay a priest for healing. He would have to give what they had and owed the rest. Symmachus snatched up his cloak and hurried away. The streets were full of folk hurrying to the sacred grove, but the temples were locked and barred. Closed for the ceremony, read all signs. Symmachus elbowed his way through the mob and managed to overtake a brown-robed priest. After the rite, brother, the priest said, if you have gold, I shall gladly attend to your mother. My lord has bidden all clerics attend, and I for one have not wished to offend him. My mother's desperately ill, Symmachus pled. Surely my lord will not miss one lowly priest. True, but the archcanon will, the priest said nervously, tearing his robe loose from Symmachus' desperate grip and vanishing into the crowd. Symmachus tried other priests and even a few mages, but with no better result. Armored guards marched through the street and pushed him aside with their lances, and Symmachus realized that the royal procession was approaching. As the carriage bearing the child's ruler drew abreast, Symmachus rushed out of the crowd and shouted, my lord, my mother's dying. I forbid her to do so on this glorious night, the lord shouted, laughing and scattering coin into the throng. Symmachus was close enough to smell wine on the royal breath. On the other side of the carriage, his lady clutched the babe to her breast and stared eyes-lit at Symmachus. Her nostrils flared in disdain. Guards, she cried, remove this oaf. It's already getting hard to read, and I'm only at page 7. Rough hand sees Symmachus. He was beaten and left dazed by the side of the road. Symmachus, head aching, followed in the wake of the crowd and witnessed the rite of naming from the top of the hill. He could see the brown-robed clerics and blue-robed mages gather near the highborn folk far below. Barenzaya. The name came dimly to Symmachus' ears as the high priest lifted the swaddled babe and proffered her to the twin moons on either side of the horizon, Jone rising, Jode setting. Behold the Lady Barenzaya, born to the land of Mournhold. Grant her thy blessings and thy counsel, ye kind gods, that she may ever rule well over Mournhold, its kin and its will, and its kith and its ilk. Bless her, all the people I intoned along with her, the Lord and Lady, hands upraised. Only Symmachus stood silent, head bowed, knowing in his heart that his dear mother was gone, and in silence he swore a mighty oath that he should be his lord's bane, and in vengeance for his mother's needless death, the child Barenzaya he should have for his own bride, and that his mother's grandchildren would be born to rule over Mournhold. Damn. After the ceremony, he watched impassively as the royal procession returned to the palace. He saw the priest to whom he'd first spoken. The man came gladly enough now in return for the gold Symmachus had, and the promise of more afterward. They found his mother dead. The priest sighed and tucked the pouch of gold coins away. I'm sorry, brother. It's all right. You can forget the rest of the gold. There's aught I can do here. Likely. Give me back my money, Symmachus snarled. You've done not to earn it. He lifted his right arm threateningly. The priest backed away, about to utter a curse, but Symmachus struck him across the face before more than 3 words had left his mouth. He went down heavily, striking his head sharply on one of the stones that formed the fire pit. He died instantly. Symmachus snatched up the gold and fled the city. As he ran, he muttered one word over and over, like a sorcerer's chant. Barenzaya, he said. Barenzaya, Barenzaya. Barenzaya stood on one of the balconies of the palace, staring down into the courtyard where soldiers milled, dazzling in their armor. Presently they formed into ordered ranks and cheered as her parents, their lord and lady, emerged from the palace, clad from head to toe in ebony armor, long purple-dyed fur cloaks flowing behind. Splendidly caparisoned, shining black horses were brought for them, and they mounted and rode to the courtyard gates, and turned to salute her. Barenzaya, they cried. Barenzaya, our beloved, farewell. The little girl blinked back tears and waved one hand bravely. Her favorite stuffed animal, a grey wolf cub she called Wuffen, clutched to her breast with the other. She had never been parted from her parents before and had no idea what it meant, save that there was war in the west and the name Tiber Septim was on everyone's lips, spoken in hate and dread. Barenzaya, the soldiers cried, lifting their lances and swords and bows. Then her dear parents turned and rode away, knights trailing in their wake until the courtyard was nearly emptied. Some time after came a day when Barenzaya was shaken awake by her nurse, dressed hurriedly and borne from the palace. All she could remember of that dreadful time was seeing a huge shadow with burning eyes filling the sky. She was passed from hand to hand, foreign soldiers appeared, disappeared, and sometimes reappeared. Her nurse vanished and was replaced by strangers, some more strange than others. There were days, or it may have been weeks, of trouble. One morning she awoke to step out of the coach into a cold place with a large grey stone castle amid empty, endless grey-green hills covered patchily with grey-white snow. She clutched Wuffen to her breast in both hands and stood blinking and shivering in the grey dawn, feeling very small and very dark in all this endless space, this endlessly great white space. She and Hannah, a brown-skinned, black-haired maid who had been traveling with her for several days, went inside the keep. A large grey-white woman with icy grey-golden hair was standing by a hearth in one of the rooms. She stared at Barenzaya with dreadful bright blue eyes. "She's very black, isn't she?" the woman remarked to Hannah. "I've never seen a dark elf before." "I don't know much about them myself, milady," Hannah said, "but this one's got red hair and a temper to match, I can tell you that. Take care, she bites, and worse." "I'll soon train her out of that," the other woman sniffed. "And what's that filthy thing she's got? Ooh!" The woman snatched Wuffen away from her and threw him into the blazing heart. Barenzaya shrieked and would have flung herself after him, but was held back despite her attempts to bite and claw at the captors. Poor Wuffen was reduced to a tiny heap of charred ash. Barenzaya grew like a weed transplanted to a Skyrim garden, a ward of Count Sven and his wife Lady Inga. Outwardly, that is, she thrived, but always there was a cold and empty place within. I raised her as my own daughter, Lady Inga was wont to sigh as she sat gossiping when neighboring ladies came to visit. But she's a dark elf, what can you expect? Barenzaya was not meant to overhear these words, at least she thought she was not. Her hearing was keener than that of her Nordic hosts. Other, less desirable dark elven traits evidently included pilfering, lying, and a little misplaced magic. Just a small fire spell here and a little levitation spell there. And as she grew older, a keen interest in boys and men who could provide very pleasant sensations, and to her astonishment, gifts as well. Inga disapproved of this last for reasons incomprehensible to Barenzaya, so she was careful to keep it as secret as possible. She is wonderful with children, Inga added, referring to her 5 sons, all younger than Barenzaya. I don't think she'd ever let them come to harm. A tutor had been hired when Johnny was 6 and Barenzaya 8, and they took their lessons together. She would have liked to train in arms as well, but the very idea scandalized Count Sven and Lady Inga. So Barenzaya was given a small bow and allowed to play at target shooting with the boys. She watched them at arms practice when she could, sparred with them when no grown-up folks were about, and knew she was good as or better than they. She's very proud though, isn't she? One of the ladies would whisper to Inga, and Barenzaya, pretending not to hear, would nod silently in agreement. She could not help but feel superior to the Count and his lady. There was something about them that provoked contempt. Afterward, she came to learn that Sven and Inga were distant cousins of Darkmoor Keep's last titled residents, and she finally understood. They were posers, imposters, not rulers at all. At least, they were not raised to rule. This thought made her strangely furious at them, a good clean hatred quite detached from the resentment. She came to see them as disgusting and repellent insects who could be despised but never feared. Once a month, courier came from the Emperor, bringing a small bag of gold for Sven and Inga and a large bag of dried mushrooms from Morrowind for Barenzaya, her favorite treat. On these occasions, she was always made to look presentable, or at least as presentable as a skinny dark elf could be made to look in Inga's eyes, before being summoned into the courier's presence for a brief interview. The same courier seldom came twice, but all of them looked her over in much of the same way a farmer would look over a hog he's readying for market. In the spring of her 16th year, Barenzaya thought the courier looked as if she were at last ready for market. Upon reflection, she decided she did not wish to be marketed. The stable boy, Straw, a big muscular blonde lad, clumsy, gentle, affectionate, and rather simple, had been urging her to run off for some weeks now. Barenzaya stole the bag of gold. Oh, so this is why it's called the real Barenzaya. Damn. Barenzaya stole the bag of gold the courier had left and took the mushrooms from the storeroom, disguised herself as a boy in one of the Johnny's old tunics and a pair of his cast-off breeches. And on one fine spring night, she and Straw took the 2 best horses from the stable and rode hard through the night towards Whiterun, the nearest city of any importance and the place where Straw wanted to be. But Mournhold and Morrowind also lay eastward, and they drew Barenzaya as a lodestone draws iron. In the morning, they abandoned the horses at Barenzaya's insistence. She knew they would be missed and tracked down, and she hoped to throw off any pursuers. They continued on foot until late afternoon, keeping to side roads, and slept for several hours in an abandoned hut. They went on at dusk and came to Whiterun city gate just before dawn. Barenzaya had prepared a pass of sorts for Straw, a makeshift document stating an errand to a temple in the city for a local village lord. She herself gilded over the wall with the help of a levitation spell. She had reasoned, correctly as it turned out, that by now the gate guards would have been alerted to keep an eye out for a young dark elven girl and a Nordic boy traveling together. On the other hand, unaccompanied country yokels like Straw were a common enough sight. Alone and with papers, it was unlikely that he would draw attention. Her simple plan went smoothly. She met Straw at the temple, which was not far from the gate. She had been to Whiterun on a few previous occasions. Straw, however, had never been more than a few miles from Sven's estate, which was his birthplace. Together they made their way to the rundown inn in the poorer quarters of Whiterun. Glove, cloak, and hooded against the morning chill, Barenzaya's dark skin and red eyes were not apparent, and no one paid any heed to them. They entered the inn separately. Straw paid the innkeep for a single cubicle, an immense meal, and 2 jugs of ale. Baranzaya sneaked in a few minutes later. They ate and drank together gleefully, rejoicing in their escape, and made love vigorously on the narrow cot. Afterwards, they fell into an exhausted, dreamless sleep. They stayed for a week at Whiterun. Straw earned a bit of money running errands, and Baranzaya burgled a few houses at night. She continued to dress as a boy. She cut her short hair and dyed her flame-red tresses jet black to further the disguise, and kept out of sight as much as possible. There were few dark elves in Whiterun. One day, Straw got them work as temporary guards for a merchant caravan traveling east. One named Sergeant looked her over dubiously. "Huh," he chuckled. "Dark elf, ain't ya? Like set in a wolf's guard ship, that is. Still, I need arms, and we ain't going near enough Morrowind so you can betray us to your folk. Our homegrown bandits would as fain cut your throat as mine." The sergeant turned to grease Straw an appraising look. Then he spun back abruptly towards Baranzaya, whipping out his short sword. But she had her dagger out in the twinkling of an eye as she was in defensive stance. Straw drew his own knife and circled around the man's rear. The sergeant dropped his blade and chuckled again. "Not bad, kids, not bad. How are ye with yon bow, Dark Elf?" Baranzaya demonstrated her prowess briefly. "Aye, not bad, not bad. Tall. And you'll be keen of eye by night, boy, and be here in tall times. A trusty Dark Elf make a good fighting man as any you could ask for. I know, I served under Symmachus himself, afore I lost this arm and got invalidated outer the Emperor's army. We could betray them. I know folk who'd pay well," Straw said later as they bedded down for the last night at the ramshackle lodge. "Or rob them ourselves. They were very rich, those merchants are, Barry." Baranzaya laughed. "Whatever would we do with so much money? And besides, we need their protection for traveling quite as much as they need ours. We could buy a little farm, you and me, Barry, and settle down, all nice like." "Peasant," Baranzaya thought scornfully. Straw was a peasant and harbored nothing but peasant dreams. But all she said was, "Not here, Straw, we're too close to Dartmoor still. We'll have other chances farther east." The caravan went only as far east as Sangard. The Emperor Taber Septim I had done much in the way of building relatively safe and regularly patrolled highways. But the tolls were steep, and this particular caravan kept to the side roads as much as possible to avoid them. This exposed them to the hazards of wayside robbers, both human and orcish, and roving brigand bands of various races. But such were the perils of trade and profit. They had two such encounters before reaching Sangard. An ambush which Baranzaya's keen ears warned them of in plenty of time for them to circle about and surprise the lurkers, and a night attack by a mixed band of Khajiit humans and wood elves. The latter were skilled band, and even Baranzaya did not hear them sneaking up in time to give much warning. This time the fighting was fierce. The attackers were driven off, but 2 of the caravan's other guards were slain, and Straw got a nasty cut on his thigh before he and Baranzaya managed to gash his Khajiit's assailant throat. Baranzaya rather enjoyed the life. The garrulous sergeant had taken a liking to her, and she kept most of her evenings sitting around the campfire listening to his tales of campaigning in Morrowind with Tiber Septim and General Symmachus. This Symmachus had been made general after Mornhold fell, the sergeant said. "He's a fine soldier, boy, Symmachus is, but there was more than soldiery involved in that Morrowind business, if you take my meaning. But well, you know, all about that, I expect." No, I don't remember," Baranzaya said, trying to sound nonchalant. "I've lived most of my life in Skyrim. My mother married a Skyrim man. They're both dead, though. Tell me, what happened to the Lord and Lady of Mornhold?" The sergeant shrugged. "I ain't never heard. Dead, I expect. 'Twas a lot of fighting afore the armistice got signed. It's pretty quiet now, maybe too quiet, like a calm before a storm. Say, boy, you going back there?" "Maybe," Baranzaya said. The truth was that she was drawn irresistibly to Morrowind and Mornhold, like a moth to a burning house. Straw sensed it and was unhappy about it. He was unhappy anyway, since they could not bed together, as she was supposed to be a boy. Baranzaya rather missed it too, but not as much as Straw did, seemingly. The sergeant wanted them to sign on for the return trip, but gave them a bonus nonetheless when they turned the offer down, an parchment of recommendation. Straw wanted to settle down permanently near Sangard, but Barenzaya insisted on continuing to their travels east. "I'm the Queen of Mournhold by rights," she said, unsure whether it was true, or was it just a daydream she had made up as a lost, bewildered child. "I want to go home. We need to go home." That at least was true. After a few weeks, they managed to get places in another caravan heading east. By early winter, they were at Rifton and nearing the Morrowind border. But the weather had grown severe as the days passed, and they were told no merchant caravans would be setting forth till mid-spring. Barenzaya stood on top of the city walls and stared across the deep gorge that separated Rifton from the snow-clad mountain wall, guarding Morrowind beyond. "Barry," Straw said gently, "Mournhold's a long way off yet, nearly as far as we've come already, and the lands between are wild, full of wolves and bandits and orcs and still worse creatures. We'll have to wait for spring." "There's Silgrod's Tower," Barry said, referring to the dark elven township that had grown up around the ancient minaret guarding the border between Skyrim and Morrowind. "The bridge guards won't let me across, Barry. They're crack Imperial troops. They can't be bribed. If you go alone. I won't try and stop you. But what will you do?" "Silgrod Tower is full of Imperial soldiers. Will you become a vanishing woman for them? Or a camp follower?" "No," Barenzaya said slowly, thoughtfully. Actually, the idea was not entirely unappealing. She was sure she could earn a modest living by sleeping with the soldiers. She had a few adventures of that sort as they crossed Skyrim, where she dressed as a woman and slipped away from Straw. She'd only been looking for a bit of variety. Straw was sweet, but dull. She'd been startled, but extremely pleased when the man she picked up offered her money afterward. Straw had been unhappy about it though, and would shout for a while then sulk for days afterwards if he caught her at it. He was quite jealous. He'd even threatened to leave her, not that he ever did, or could. But the Imperial Guards were a tough and brutal lot by all accounts, and Barenzaya had heard some very ugly stories during their treks. The ugliest of them by far had come from the lips of an ex-army veterans around the caravan campfire, and were proudly recounted. They'd been trying to shock her and Straw, she realized, but she also comprehended that there were some truth behind the wild tales. Straw hated that kind of dirty talk, and hated it more that she had to hear it, but there was a part of him that was fascinated nevertheless. Barenzaya sensed this and had encouraged Straw to seek out other women, but he said he didn't want anyone else but her. She told him candidly she didn't feel that way about him, but she did like him better than anyone else. "Then why do you go off with other men?" Straw asked on one occasion. "I don't know." Straw cited. "They said dark elven women are like that." Barenzaya smiled and shrugged. "I don't know. Or no, maybe I do. Yes, I do know." She turned and kissed him affectionately. "I guess that's all the explanation there is." And my game crashed. Literally, as I finished reading this, I pressed escape to exit the freaking book, and my game crashed. I don't know when was the last time it saved, so hopefully in the next episode it will continue nicely. We'll see. Thank you for watching, I guess. See ya.